Hello friends, I am Dr. Amarjeet Kaur. I am Professor of Accounting and Business Communication in the Department of Management, Gurugram University, Gurugram. It has been about 3 decades that I have been working in the area of academics, education industry and food industry. During my career in the last 30 years, I have worked with a couple of organizations, including 2 universities in USA, Valparaiso University and North Dakota State University. Currently, I am working with a public university, as you know. So, friends, it's my privilege that I am with you to discuss a very important topic, business report layout. So, business reports layout is, as the name suggests, we are going to talk about the layout, the outline, the design of a business report. So, if somebody is writing a business report, what should be the ideal layout or outline, or under which condition what kind of outline can be used? What are the parts of the layout or the outline, which means the report, and what are the nitty-gritties of those parts? So we are going to discuss all these aspects of business report layout. So in the last session, last week itself, we discussed about what is a business report. If you can recall, if you were there with me in the last session, you would remember that business report is an official document, is a formal document, which is a structured one, an organized one, which could be used by anyone working in a business to communicate any idea, to share the results of any research, to answer a query, to raise some points about a particular thing, to share the outcome of research and development. So the most important thing is this document is a structured one. It's a formal document, right? Which is structured one, which has a prescribed format and which has been used with some purpose in mind. That purpose could be simply to share an idea, as I said. So a very structured document prepared with the purpose to communicate the idea, the complaint, the suggestion, the outcome of a study, etc., etc. So it becomes very, very important document when you are sharing such thing. A report could be for a regular day affair of a business, that is operational part, like the report having the data or the details of the sales, of the production, of the purchase, etc. It could be some strategic, report targeting to to go for merger, for some alliance with some other partner. It could be a strategic report as well. So, business report is a very important document, as it seems to be from the discussion we had in the last 1-2 minutes. So necessarily it becomes important for us to understand that why should we be careful about the outline of a business report. What should be the layout of a business report or outline of a business report? Okay, so to just mention the what is outline or layout of a business report, let's understand. A report outline or layout basically controls content and format of the report. It's a very important statement I'm making. It controls. It's an important word I'm using. What does it control? It controls the content of the report itself and the format, that in which format the report will be presented. That is what is being decided when you are designing the outline, the layout of a report. You may also decide that what all data fields of a particular data set should be shown as a part of the report. You may also decide what should be the style of the text, style of the images. We can use so many different graphs. We can use so many charts. So will you like to use a chart or a graph? If chart, which kind of chart will it be? If it is a diagram or a graph, which kind of graph you will be used? So we may use pie chart, we may use horizontal chart, we may use any histogram. So we have so many choices to make from. And not only that, you as a writer of a report, you can decide at the time of outline that which part, which set of the data, which data field in fact will go in the main body of that report, which data field will go as an appendix, right? So this outline is the utmost important document, because this has been thought of well in advance. It's the part of the planning stage. When you are writing, you are going to write, you plan the outline. Okay, so it's basically guiding you that what should be look like in the report, how it should feel to the reader, what should it sound very straight, very formal, very casual, should it be lengthy or short, should it be formal or semi-formal or completely informal. So you are controlling not only the content, you are controlling the format as well, including the font size to font type, the smallest of the small thing, right? So a report layout is a very important document because it does control the content and format both. Okay, so why it is very, very important, why the report layout or the outline is important? Let's understand that. There are many reasons that why should we pay attention to report layout or report outline. So the first and the foremost reason that one should be paying attention to layout of a report is it orients people, it orients readers towards the report itself. Imagine if your layout is such that you want to bring out shortcomings of a particular system first or process first, and thereafter you want to introduce the new system, a new process which you are proposing for your company, for your department. What does it mean? So it is not orienting readers straightway to the new thing you wish to introduce. It is orienting readers to understand, to grasp, to comprehend the problems in the existing system first, right? It could be other way around. You may like to design an outline of the report. In the same situation, some other person may design the outline in a way that it will talk about the importance of the new process or the new system the writer wants to launch in or propose for, and thereafter it talks about the shortcomings of the current system, existing system. Do you see a difference in this one example? Exactly, that's what I want to point out. Other approach could be the same scenario. Person may like to talk about the importance of the new system but from different stakeholders' perspective. The other writer may like to introduce it in generic way, importance not putting any subhead for different stakeholders, but in totality you are writing the importance of the new process or the system you want to introduce. You want to orient people towards a broader picture or a shorter picture. You want to give the background of the industry within your country, or you want to give the background of the industry across the world, or just the industry surrounding you in the same city only, not even the state or province. Isn't it? Are you getting my point? So the purpose of designing a layout or an outline is to think that how do I want to orient my readers towards the idea I am throwing in my report, or the recommendation or the conclusions I am making. Right? That is the first and the foremost importance of report layout or outline. The second importance of report layout is that it helps a reader to skim. In past one of my sessions, I talked about reading skills, right? And there we discussed many strategies to read, skimmings, analytical reading, skimming, critical reading. So there were so many different reading strategies we discussed. One of the strategy was skimming. If you remember or recall, this outline, skimming means what? Skimming as the name suggests, to skim the milk. We segregate butter out of milk by skimming, right? In villages, you still see elderly people skimming milk to get buttermilk, to get butter itself, right? Chaach and makhan, that's what it means. So if we get that, if we prepare an outline, we are actually helping a reader to skim the text of the report from the very first part of the report, which we call as prefatory part. One can make an idea, or from headings and subheadings, the readers can make an idea what the writer wants to say. The reader doesn't need to go through word by word, line by line, right? So if your outline is such that my report is of 400 pages, 500 pages, and my readers may not have that much time, if you're sure about that, you will really design your outline in a way that skimming becomes possible. So how is it possible? Because you were careful, you have an idea about who are your audience, you are aware of about the limitation of the time or time paucity at the end of your readers, and not only that, you are aware that at least some set of readers are such who may not have idea, who may not have that much time. So if they may not have an idea about the industry background, you may like to write the background of the industry, background of the problem, statement of the problem, right? So that it helps in skimming. Or if they all know the problem, the statement of issue, etc., then you may like to outline the design, the layout of the report in a way that the headings and subheadings give them a fair idea about the narration you are making in the report, right? The third importance, the reason that why report layout is important is, it enables easy navigation through the report. One has to navigate. So if, especially this part is true at, the first part, it is meant for the first part. A report can navigate, step by step, because the next topic or subtopic of the report can be built on the previous topic, right? And the closing section of the previous topic or the head may write, what is there in the next section, or the beginning of the next section, a new section may say that we are discussing these aspects of the problem, of the issue in this chapter or in this part or in this section. Now, what is that meant for? That is meant for to handhold a reader to make best of the report, to navigate. You are getting it right, right? So this is the importance of the layout of the outline, that it can help a reader to orient towards a particular problem or issue or recommendation. It can help reader to skim and can help readers to navigate thoroughly, properly. Okay, so now we will talk about what is the actual outline of a business report. In journal, a business report can be having 3 sections. The first part is prefatory part. The second part is main part, or which we call as body of a report. And the third part is appended part, right? So prefatory to main body to appendix, which we call as appended part, what is attached. So in the next few minutes, I am going to talk about prefatory part first, and after the first half of this lecture today, which means the second half of the session today, we are going to talk about the remaining 2 parts, body and appendage. So I am going to discuss these parts in detail now. So let's begin with prefatory part. Prefatory part, as the name suggests, right? The part which is prefixed to the main body, right? So this is a prefix to the main body. So as we know the importance of report outline, the first was to orient, if you remember, just we discussed a minute ago. So this particular objective of an outline, that it orients to, readers to the report, is met by prefatory part. All right. So meaning by that meaning is this, that prefatory part helps readers, it orients reader to make an idea, to make a clue that what is the flow of the report. Okay, so it's basically orienting, and this is been done by the first part of the report. So this can help a reader in many ways. What are those many ways? The first of all, audience or the readers are acknowledged in the prefatory part, because we have acknowledgement section in the prefatory part. So this helps writer to develop a rapport or goodwill with the readers, right? So first of all, this section is helping readers to orient toward the flow of the report, to have an idea what is there in the report. Secondly, it is helping readers and the writers to build a rapport between two of them, right? So building goodwill through the acknowledgement section of the report is possible. If you have ever read the acknowledgement of a book, of a report, of any other document, it generally tells that who all helped the writer to write the report so well. That's the claim writers generally make, that I was able to complete the project, I was able to complete the report within the stipulated time with the help of my professor, my mentor, my family members, XYZZZ, right? So that's exactly what is happening. Your readers would be those people who have helped you, even they are there. Not only that, the readers who were not there as a part of helping or supporting system, even they are reading and they are seeing you as a courteous person, a person who has a gratitude to the contributors. So naturally, in the back of their mind, they are going to acknowledge you as a person, as a human being, and they will see credentials in the writing you made, in the report you made. Getting my point? It's a developing a goodwill, and this is how a goodwill gets developed between the reader and the writer. Okay, this part also helps writer to present essential findings and recommendation in the form of executive summary. So if you have seen the prefatory part, we have so many parts. One of the part is executive summary. And what does this executive summary do? This summary executive summary or preface in certain reports, that tells you that why this report has been written in 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. It tells the crux of the issue or the statement of the problem. Then it tells that how this report has been prepared. What methodology did I use to write the report? I surveyed, I questioned, I make a questionnaire, I refer to secondary data, secondary reports, how many sections I have in the report, what are my broad conclusions, or the finding could be there, any limitation if there. So executive summary is generally a document of a page or two or maximum 3 pages in journal. There's no such limitation, but generally 1-2 pages. But having all these important aspects, beginning from the statement of problem to the methodology used, to the findings, to the recommendation and any appendix, etc., or the sections are also mentioned. So this is basically helping to navigate or helping people to skim even. If you remember, we just discussed about the skimming part. So this is helping people with the skimming. This is helping people to navigate effectively. And this prefatory section has very essential information which anybody may require to navigate, like what is the title page, name of the report writer. So We have title page which says who is the report writer. We have table of contents, table of figures, table of abbreviation used, all these things, in any prefatory part. So acknowledgement is there, some no objection certificate if we refer or use the data from some other agency or some other organization. So we reached out to them and we asked them that we need this data, and they shared the data, and you gave a request to them saying they should issue an NOC, no objection certificate, saying they have no problem in publishing this data which is been procured from them, right? So so acknowledgement is also there. Such NOCs are there. Table of content, that helps in navigation again. Table of figures again helps in navigation. Abbreviation, it helps in comprehension. So this section has essential information which is required for anyone to make his or her mind to read this report completely further or not, right? So this is all about prefatory part. Now I would like to talk in the next few minutes what are the components of prefatory parts. So by the discussion, or by this time, with the help of the discussion we had, you may have a fair idea, you have received an idea that what all is there in the prefatory part. I am going to name them one by one. The first is title page. So title page, students, especially if you are around, if students are watching this show, so the title page generally tells who is the writer. It also tells to whom the report has been submitted to. The title of the report itself, a study of sales forecast, a study of production plan, a study or a report on the research and development on XYZ area, right? So title page is there. It may have the logo of the organization as well. It may have the email ID of the writer and the person or the department to whom it has been submitted. Acknowledgement, as we said, is something which helps in developing the goodwill, is a document which actually acknowledges the contribution of the team members of that report, who all contributed in writing, all those mentors who helped to write, all those people who provide the data, and it could be acknowledgement to the person who typed the report to that extent, the publisher of the report. So this is the second part of the prefatory part. The third is letter of transmittal. This may be there in the report, this may not be there. The letter of transmittal means somebody who has written the report is actually transforming that report or submitting that report to a particular department. So saying this report prepared on the basis, on the direction, on the guidelines received from XYZ department or the part of the company, and hereby is transmitted to XYZ department or person. Okay, so that is what the letter of transmittal is. This is also the prefatory part. Then we have table of content. Table of content will have all the headings as well as the subheadings, right? Of course, this helps in navigation, and one has to be careful about what should be there in the table of content, what all should be given as importance in this part, because table of content is an important document. The table of content may have heads as per the structure. In case there is a fixed structure in the company, it may have heads as required, right? So table of content may not be same in all the reports for all the organizations. It varies from company to company, and many companies have their fixed structure of report writing, especially for the journal reports, operational reports. For specific report, for special purpose report, they may not have that. So table of content is a navigating paper or text. Abstract is or executive summary is a part of the prefatory itself, which tells us that how the report has been collated, prepared, methodology is there, objective is there, problem statement is there, the findings are there, outcome is there, and also we have the detail about the appendix, etc., etc., or the outcome of the report, etc. So thus friends, in journal you will find these 6-7 sections. You may have the abbreviations or glossary, etc., as a part of the prefatory. Sometimes people write that as in the appendix as well. So I hope you could understand what what is the outline or the outlay of a report. How do we write that? Why is it important for anyone to pay attention to the report outlay or the report outline? And lastly, that what is the prefatory part, what does it contain as a prefatory part of a report. So I hope I could make you all understand these aspects of the today's discussion. So I really appreciate your presence with me. Thank you very much. Thank you.